Today on Canadian Firearms Review, we take a look at the ISSC MK22. So this is the MK22, and this is essentially a SCAR design 22 that you could use if you had a SCAR and you wanted to train with something cheaper. You could pick up one of these, or if you just wanted something to go plink with at the range. This is a great plinker. We had a lot of fun at the range. We found that the reliability at first was kind of hit and miss. We had a hard time getting the magazines to feed properly, and after a little bit of fiddling around with the magazines, we found that not using the spring release tensioner here was the best way of loading the magazines. That gave the best reliability. Just not even touching that, just loading them in as you normally would a magazine. Because I find if you use this and you pull it down before you're dropping your rounds in, it might make it easier, but the rounds are getting too far back. And actually, unlike an AR-15, we found that seating the magazine by tapping the rounds forward instead of rearward was the best way to load this magazine, and we had the best reliability that way. The ergonomics on this gun are great. It feels similar to an AR-15 or obviously a SCAR. The safety here is ambidextrous on both sides, 2 positions, safe and fire. It's somewhat reminiscent of the AR-15. The rear stock does collapse on itself, which is nice. If you want to close it down for transportation, or you can fire the gun like that if you wanted to. But for transportation, it's nice that it folds down. And it's a nice positive lock. It's really solid. It doesn't feel flimsy at all. So it's solid lock up. It is adjustable. The cheek riser, it's a 2 position for your cheek riser. And the length of pull is adjustable as well. 3 positions that you can choose from. And I personally like it fully extended. The top rail is not interrupted, so you can mount your optics anywhere you want. It did come with flip-up sights, which do seem a little bit cheaply made, but they do function well. And the one thing I did notice about the front sight post, it seemed a little bit thick, so it was hard to get good accuracy out of it because it just seemed a little bit too thick. It'd be nicer to maybe trim that down a little bit, make it a little bit more accurate so your front post isn't taking up most of your target. So I just want to point out a couple other features that this rifle has to offer. It's pretty cool that the charging handle, you can actually locate it in 6 different ways on the rifle. It just removes by pulling it out, and you can put it more towards the rear where the magazine is, further forward about midway, and then almost fully forward of the rifle. So there's 3 different sides on that, or 3 different positions on this side. And then if you flip the rifle over, you have the same options on the other side. So whether you're a left-handed or right-handed shooter, it's really, really adaptable. The magazines are 22 rounds, which is kind of an odd number. They are proprietary magazines, so you do have to purchase the ISSC magazines. And they're 22 rounders. And like I said earlier, when you're loading it, just be careful just to load it as you normally would a magazine, and don't use a tensioner. It does have a trap door in the pistol grip that you can put accessories in here or anything you kind of wanted to, which is kind of neat. And as far as sling mounting options go, this is there's plenty of options to mount a sling on here. There's a QD attachment point in the rear. There's also a little loop here if you want to attach a sling there. There's loops located right here and up front, and on the other side as well up front. There isn't one in the middle point here on the right side, but you do have the QD attachment back here, and you could also use the sling mounting position back here. So there's a lot of ways to mount a sling. Like I said, guys, this gun's a lot of fun, and really the one downside that this gun I find really has is the price point. It's pretty expensive, $600, and that's quite a bit of money to invest in something that you're probably just going to take to the range and plink. Because this is a SCAR lookalike or a SCAR platform. You can use it as a trainer if you own one. Not many people own SCARs. I'm imagining the people that this is marketed to is just for those who want to go out and plink. So that being said, $600 is quite a bit of money to spend or invest into a plinker. That's a review of the ISSC MK22. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and check us out on Facebook. Thanks for watching.